prelims 2020, regarding prelims 2021, as I assume that you guys must be doing something here and there, whether it is like a content part or whether it is test series or whether it is current affairs. Okay, so you must have been preparing for the exam. You must have, I assume you must have finished at least once the basic books. I'm not expecting more, but basic books you might have finished once. Okay, but the thing is, those who are some of you might be freshers and some of you might be like giving this exam for 2 3 4 years, and there is a possibility that you are not able to clear the exam. And now roughly we have 50 days in our hand. Is it fine now, my voice? Okay, so roughly we have 50 days in our hand. So in these 50 days, what to do, what not to do, so those kind of things we are going to talk, and I will be very much pinpointed here. I will not waste your time. Okay. uh, okay, so first and the most important thing is setting a deadline. You have to set a deadline that by XYZ date, you are going to finish your static once, then PYQ, and sectional test only. Okay, only sectional test I am expecting. I'm not expecting much, but this much you have to do, and you have to set a deadline. That deadline can be anything according to your comfort. Okay, according to your comfort that can be there, but you cannot choose a deadline of, let's say that okay, by 8th of October I will finish it. That is not the right kind of strategy at all, right? So first thing and the foremost thing, you have to set a deadline. Ideally ideally I am saying, if you are good in preparation, if you are going good, then you can set a deadline, let's say that 10th of September, just after 20 days or 15. But ideally this deadline should not go beyond 20th September. There is a reason behind it, because if you are having a deadline, for example 25th September or 30th, you will not be able to finish your syllabus even once. Second thing, when you have a deadline, let's say 15th of September, ideally you will not be able to finish your syllabus once by 15. So you will be having some days in your hand that, okay, let me finish by 20th, or you can say, okay, by 22nd I will finish it. So everyone, according to your level of preparation, first and foremost thing which you have to do is setting a deadline to finish static previous year question sectional test. Okay, from 20th September, if you really want to clear the prelims and if you are struggling with the prelims, from 20th September, FLT means full length test. One full length test you must give. One full length test you must give. That is very important, and every day you have to give full length test, because only then you will be able to judge that, okay, some XYZ portion, some XYZ portion. It could be economy, it could be science and tech, it could be environment, that you are not good in that particular site. So you can devote some more time to that particular section. And full length test, when you are going to solve full length test, only then you will be able to judge whatever you have done, whether that was sufficient or not. So from 20th September, ideally, you should go for it. Some student think that, okay, my syllabus is I have not completed my syllabus, so I should not give from 20th, or you will be like, from 25th I will do it. Unless you solve full length test, you will never be able to judge where you stand. Again and again, like since last year I'm saying one thing: marks in the test series, marks in the test series does not matter. it does not matter at all. Even if you are getting 60, 70, you can clear the prelims provided you know the importance of test series. You will be having some peer group. In your peer group, you might be having some students or some candidates that despite of scoring 130, 140 in every test in prelims, they are struggling to clear the prelims because they are dealing test series in a wrong manner, and you don't have to go there. And there are some who like get 100, 110 or 120, they clear. So I'm not saying that if you are getting good marks, so it is a bad sign. No, but do not depend on the marks itself. Last year, our some of the students who were performing well and phenomenal, they were not able to clear the prelims because once marks enter in your mind, you are limited to the marks. Marks is not the criteria, and we will talk about it. Okay. So from 20th September, ideally one full length test plus it should be a standard coaching test, not random some test from ORN photocopy shop, and you are getting all the garbage and you are collecting that and you are like, okay, let me solve this. No. Okay. I'm not against any institute, but there are some institute, if you will solve their test, there is a possibility that you will find some wrong answer. There is a very good possibility you will find some weird questions. Weird in the sense where you are excessively thinking, and excessive thinking is not good at all, because those who have appeared in 2020, they know very well what has happened with them, right? So you know it very well what has happened with them because you were dependent on the test series only. And then you were critical about each and every option, and most of the question had D as an option. So in test series where you are thinking more and you are becoming more critical about each and every option, that is not a right kind of test series. Okay, so go for standard test series only, and I cannot comment on any individual test series. So that is the thing. Third thing is speed up the things. Speed up the things means, and I will explain it that what is the importance of that and how you can do it. Speed up the things because today you are sitting with a lot of books, lot of notes, lot of current affairs, test is pending, other thing is pending. Okay, and you might be thinking that it will take uh, another birth to complete the whole syllabus, but that is not the case. That is not the case at all. You can finish the whole syllabus provided you have read once, provided you have idea that okay, there is a term called speaker, they have some power. Okay, there is a term called Indian monsoon, and if you have no clue about it, then there is issue. So you have to speed up the things. Only then you will be able to finish your syllabus. Only then. Otherwise, it is impossible to finish your syllabus. And forget about revision part. Okay. Then comes this particular thing. Don't go with half knowledge. One recurring doubt which every candidate have, that sir, I'm not able to mark the right option, or I'm getting more negative. So this problem of getting more negative, okay, that is the problem of half knowledge, right? So with the half knowledge, and even in the simple questions like polity, if 12 questions are coming, you are not allowed to mark more than one or two question incorrect, only one or two. It is a crime, it is a sin in terms of prelims. It is a sin because polity is very simple. You can easily mark 10 right question out of 12. But due to this half knowledge, problem arises. So please have the full knowledge and how to have it. Step 1, read the book, static. Step 2, go to the previous year question. Step 3, pick any sectional test. Because when you pick sectional test, then you are able to understand that, okay, in this particular question or in this particular concept, I was having some doubts. So sectional test in PYQ, it fills your knowledge, your knowledge gap. Because whenever you are going to read anything, you will be having some knowledge gap, and that knowledge gap creates the problem. Because when even in a simple question of polity, even if you have to think twice thrice, then there is a problem, right? So don't go with half knowledge. Revision only can save. And how much time you have to revise? Minimum two. Minimum 2 times you have to. Only then you will be having a strong grip over the concept, right? So revision you have to do. So like we have said it, first you have to set a deadline. For example, you have set a deadline that by 20th September you will finish your first reading. First time you are done with reading previous year questions and sectional test. Then first revision. First revision you have to finish by 30th September, and last till the exam. Those who are writing this exam for more than 1 or 2 times, you all very well know that last 4 5 days you have no control over your mind, your thought, and other things. And we do not want to study, and there is some issue, some mental issues. So we are not able to study. So that is why you have to keep these deadlines and other things. So twice you have to do it. Another thing, you have to keep challenging yourself. Quality is simple. Art and culture is tough. Science and tech is tough. Some of the portion of geography is tough. But uh, you are not entering in that side where your first priority is these topics. You are keep on doing polity and you are happy that, sir, I'm studying for 10 hours and I have done this, and even after that I failed. You will definitely fail because you have the habit to living in comfort zone, and you have to come out of that comfort zone. And that comfort zone, and how to come out of it, when you challenge yourself that I will finish art and culture, science and tech, geography first. Polity I have done 5 6 बार कर लिया वो खूब, अब की बार कुछ अच्छा करना है. So you have to challenge yourself. So the toughest thing, and there is one simple mantra in this life, the thing which is tough and very important for your life, it should be your priority. Very simple mantra to have success in your life. Today, if you are thinking science and tech or geography or agriculture, it is tough, but as well as very important for you to clear the prelims. Do it first. Okay. Then take advantage of the time, and it is very interesting. We have 50 days. If someone asks me that, sir, can I clear the prelims in these 50 days, provided I study well? I can tell you yes. And I can tell you from my own experience that I have done it. In later attempts, even once I have cleared prelims in 22 or 23 days. But I'm not proud of it. I took a very big risk, and so I cannot advise this that you please do it in 20 to 23 days. That has happened because earlier I was clearing the prelims consistently. I was clearing, so I knew a lot of concept and other things, and I followed the same process. That is why only I never advise that you study for 20-23 days for the prelims. Prelims is the toughest part because around 4 lakh students will appear. Out of that, how many? 10.5 10,500 student will clear the prelims. So prelims हिंदी में हमारे दोस्त लोग कहते थे कि prelims एक छलनी है, यहाँ पे सब छन जाते हैं. So you cannot take the risk. You have the time, and in 50 days, definitely you can clear the prelims, provided you study hard. Second thing, in proper direction. Third thing, there has to be some consistency. There are two terms. One is sanity. Second is insanity. To clear prelims, you need the mix of both. You have to keep your mind sane so that you will not get depressed and those negative thoughts and other things will keep on coming in your mind. At the same time, you have to lose the sanity. At the same time, you have to lose the sanity because there might come a time where you are not able to sleep for hardly 3 or 4 hours. And sleeping is one such big challenge during the exam, and we'll talk about it. So you have to be insane that let it be. Let it be. I'm sleeping only 3 hours or 4 hours, but I will ensure that I will study. And for some days, I'm not saying it that you should sleep only for 3 or 4 hours. Ideally, 6, 7, 8 hours is good. And don't sleep for 12 or 14 hours. प्रधानमंत्री जी देखो 18 घंटे काम करते हैं, क्या हम इतना सा भी नहीं कर सकते? ठीक है, that was just a humorous side of it. So that is not allowed, but 6, 7, 8 is fine. But even if you are not getting that, and it happens during the exam time, you don't have to worry about it. So take advantage of the time. You have 50 days, okay, and you can do it. You have to prioritize that which subject are tough for you. There is a very good possibility that one or two or three or four among you might feel that quality is tough for you, but you are very much comfortable with ancient, medieval, and art and culture. So it varies from candidate to candidate. If you feel that quality is tough for you, then you are not a criminal. Don't worry about that. For you, this side is good, right? So you have to pick which subject you feel is tough, and you have to prioritize that I will finish such subject in like on the priority basis. Okay, and I assume that you are right now in prelims mode. So ideal time, only ideal. I am saying what happens that when you start your preparation, and some of you might have appeared in the mains and you might have been preparing for the mains. If you will pick quality now, you won't be able to finish in 2 days. You might take 4 or 5 days because it takes time to become consistent. And once you become consistent, then next subject, whatever you are going to pick, it will take very less time, and that only comes with the consistency. Okay, that only comes with the consistency. So ideal time to finish polity, if you are consistent, 2 days, modern 3 days, economy 3 days, geography 4 days, environment 3 days, art and culture and all 5 days. Current affairs, it's a everyday affair. This is the ideal, I am saying. It will vary from one candidate to another candidate. Okay. Jahid, I will come to that. Working professionals. Ideally, those who are preparing full time, you should prepare in slots. Never make a plan. Never make a plan for like months, weeks, or day. It has to be in slotted manner. One larger target you should have. Suppose I am starting my preparation and I know my speed. And those who are SOMP prelims batch students will be having one session on speed. The subject which you might be finishing in 6 or 7 days, now you can finish in 2 days. And trust me, it is doable. And we'll take that session. Okay. So as per my speed, I will set 20th September as the date where I will finish my one time first static PYQ sectional test. This is my large goal that today I'm sitting on 19th of August and I will finish by 20th one time this particular thing. Okay. Then I will start living in weeks. First thing which I will be having in my mind, that is breathing space. And this breathing space is very important. We tend to become Superman. That I have the productivity that I can study for 14 hours and I can study 24 into 7. So full week I can study. We are normal human beings. So we have to accept the fact. So what I will do, I will make a plan of a week, Monday to Friday. I will leave Saturday, Sunday aside. I will not plan anything for Saturday and Sunday. And as I'm starting now, whatever subject I will pick, it will take some time. So there are two things here. One, which I have told you, the thing the thing which is tough has to be dealt at the earliest. And second thing is consistency. So my first priority out of these two things will be consistency only. Because I was not studying for so many days or I was not able to study every day. So my first aim is consistency. So for making consistency, I will pick quality. I will definitely pick quality because that will make me consistent. That will make me comfortable. For the day one, there is a possibility I will be able to study only 4 hours. Only 4 hours. But during day two, I will try to increase it to 5. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then on Wednesday, I will go for 6. Thursday, I will fight more, 8. And Friday, I will try to study for 10 hours. That's it. So hour wise. And Saturday, Sunday, I have not planned anything. So I will start with quality. In 5 days, my only aim is to finish quality. Okay. And I'm sure that by Friday, I will be able to finish quality. So that is step number 1. Why can't Zoom have the facility that where everyone can join directly without giving permission? So I will be consistent by end of Friday. There is a possibility some topics or PYQ or sectional test I might not be able to complete in 5 days. I will do it on Saturday or on Sunday, and my week is done. And I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with this. So in week one, I have finished quality. Now I'm consistent. I have finished PYQ. I have finished sectional test. I'm happy. In week two, what I will do? Okay, yes, one more thing. This current affairs. whatever subject you study, suppose I'm studying polity, I will finish current affairs of polity either from the monthly, if I'm doing monthly, or from the compilation. Current affairs you cannot study in a single day. You are like कि, okay अब 3 दिन बैठे current affairs करते हैं. No, that is not the way. Whatever topic you are doing, I'm doing polity, I will finish current affairs of polity along with this. Okay, so I'm happy with it. Now for week 2, I will certainly pick some tough topics. It could be ancient, medieval, plus art and culture, and I will try to finish it in 5 days only. Or it could be economy along with modern. Although I have given 3 days, but I will finish it in week 2. I might study on Saturday also. So by week 2, I will be finishing some major chunk. On week 3, I will try to finish this chunk. Okay. So in 3 weeks, as per my capability, which I know that I can do it, I will finish it. So week 3, I'm left only with one single topic, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. And I'm quite happy that, okay, my pace is good. I'm doing the right thing in the right manner. In my week 1, day 1 or day 2 doesn't matter because I'm just trying to be consistent. But how I'm going to make daily plan? Because every day is very important. And that is the only thing which you have in your hand. So I will divide it in slots. What I will do, and as I have sent that message, never start your day with the newspaper. Now 50 days are remaining. Those who are quite confident regarding the prelims, they can continue with the newspaper. Otherwise, you can stop going through the newspaper. And some might claim that, look, I was studying newspaper till prelims, and on 8th of October, some news came, and the same question came in the exam. No, that is not the case. That is not the case at all. Okay, the same question cannot come from the 8th of October. That news might have been earlier, which you have missed. So in the slot, let's say I'm waking up at 8 a.m. So first slot will be 9 to 12, rigorous one where I will finish theory. I will definitely finish theory. My next slot would be 2 to 4 or 5, where I will focus on the current affairs. I will take rest, and last slot which I will be having 7 to 10 or 7 to 9, whatever. I will be doing two things, some theory part, I will again read some theory part, and directly I will enter into PYQ. Whatever topic you are finishing, suppose you have finished constitutional making, or fundamental rights, or citizenship, whatever, you will find hardly 4, 5, 6 previous year question out of that. Hardly 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 20. Let's say 20. Don't you think that it is very easy for you to finish these 20 questions in a single day? Then sitting with the 200 or 250 question in one day. I will not choose that one day wala funda. I will go for every day. So this would be my ideal timetable. And that is how we divide the slots. Then there are, like, I'm very much comfortable with one subject in a day. I'm not a person who can go for 2, 3, 4 subject in a day. And there are some who are very much comfortable with going for 2, 3 subject And if you are doing 4 or 5, then to you are God. You don't have to prepare for this examination. Okay, 2 or maximum 3. And this 3 wala side, one can be polity, second can be modern. This third cannot be any subject. This third has to be something which you cannot do in a single day. For example, map, indexes, reports. Every day you are like कि okay चलो आज वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम का रिपोर्ट चेक कर लेते हैं, इंडेक्स चेक कर लेते हैं. You can do it. There is no issue with that. But if you are sitting with all the reports, all the indexes at one go, it is very difficult for you to remember all the things, right? And this is how you plan your week and your everyday slots. One document LIMS performance tracker we have earlier shared, and we will share that again. Keep on filling that, and that will give you the motivation to finish the syllabus. That will give you the motivation to keep on finishing the things. Okay, and I will be talking more about it, but before that, Shelly, are you there?
On there.
Yes.
Am I
So
audible?
yes, Shelly, you are audible, and Shelly was our prelims student last year, and she had cleared. And this year also, she's giving interviews. So the biggest hurdle in her journey was prelims, not the mains. And Shelly, can you please briefly summarize that what has changed in your preparation strategy, that earlier you were not able to clear the prelims and suddenly you cleared the prelims last year comfortably?
Yes, sir. First of all, I would say the mindset, the how you approach the paper, and what is your mindset on that day, especially. And secondly, previous year questions. And third, repeated revision of anything you are reading, not switching your sources, I would say. Not running pole to pole collecting materials. So these are the four things I would say that made the biggest difference. Because every time I used to miss the mark by hardly hardly 2 marks. So hardly one question difference was there. And when I cleared it, there was a quantum jump of 20 marks in my
Hmm.
prelim score. The biggest thing that helped was my mindset on that day of paper, how I'm solving my paper, the strategy to solve the paper. And secondly, previous year questions, dating back as 1990s, I would say. 25 साल तक के previous year questions I did for almost every subject, whichever subject I can find.
Hmm. Anything?
And
Hmm.
I would like to highlight one thing, that how you approach the answer on or your paper on that day makes all the difference. Yes, I do agree that you need to attempt mock tests and all, but in that, the only thing which you should be looking for is, first of all, is the source you are following giving you the output in that paper? Secondly, whatever source you're following for current affairs, is it sufficient? And thirdly, the most important thing is find out your weaknesses and your optimum number of questions you will be attempting. And that can only come when you attempt the paper in a regulated setting of 2 hours, sitting there for 2 hours, even if you finish it in 1.5 hour or in 1 hour, doesn't make a difference. The thing is, we are in a hurry to finish the paper जब हम mock लिखते हैं, and that does translate to the same level in the final paper also. That level of patience is not there to sit for 2 hours. That happens. That does happen. So mark my words. Sitting for 2 hours with your paper, having an OMR sheet, going into the question paper three times or two times as per your convenience, I would say. I used to attempt my paper in 3 hours, three rounds. Sorry. And the thing is, you might be thinking that the paper is coming a bit lengthy, so you might not be able to attempt it in 3 rounds. The thing is, there you need to have a proper strategy that in the first round, I'll go through all the questions. And for me, the sweet spot was that I cannot cross 90. If I do cross 90, it translates into negative marking, only not positive marking for me. So I knew that I have a leeway of 10 questions which I can leave outrightly. So in the first reading, what I used to do that I used to identify कि वो 10 questions कौन से होंगे which I can leave. I do not need to spend my energy on those questions. So at the end of the day, I have 90 questions. In the first sitting, I used to attempt almost 45 questions. And I do know if I'm attempting 45, so out of them, 40 will be correct. So
Hmm.
5, I'm taking that, and on average, I'll be getting negative. So 40 correct over. So that means 80 I'm having in the first round itself. 10 questions I've eliminated. So 45 plus 10 is 55 questions I've done till now. And in that 55, I have a total score of, I guess, it was hovering between 80 to 85 for me on an average. So for in the second round, I would be going for at least 20 questions. What I used to do that I used to have a set of four questions just randomly in whatever sequence I'm attempting my paper, I would choose 4 questions and I would go through that. I'm getting at least 2 positives or 2 negatives if I'm taking that club as a together. So out of those 20 to 22 questions which I was attempting, so I knew that I'll be having at least in a range of like up to 15 questions, 14, 15 questions would be positive. So at the end of the day, I'll be having 7 questions is negative, while 5 questions in the first round. So on an average, 12, 13 questions would be negative. So, and then going for the third round. So till now, I've done 55 questions, then 20 questions, 20, 25 questions on an average. So 75 to 80 questions I've done in that range. So now I need to attempt 10 to 12 questions. On those questions, I used to have a mindset that even if I get every fourth question right, like in a group of four, if I get one question right, my net would not go down. It would be neutralized. That I'll have a net of 0. So out of those uh, 12 questions, I used to like target that at least questions I'm getting right, so that my score doesn't go down. It is either the same or it goes up. So in this way, I used to attempt my paper. This time in my final exam, I attempted 52 questions in my first sitting, first round, and then in my second round, I did. Um, I do not exactly remember, but I think it was 24 or 25, and the rest remaining in the third sitting. I in total I did 88 questions, and my the prelims marks are not out yet, but I'm expecting that I'll be getting in a range of 115 to 120. So that's what I'm expecting. Hello,
Yes.
sir. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. So that is the thing, and the thing is, the important previous year questions I would tell you. There was a question which was with respect to the Soguda, Sogad, or that was a copper inscription in which there was something by Ashok for famine strategy. So that is a question that you can find in, I guess, 1995 or 96. There was a question of that sort. So in that question, there was an option that was Soguda, I guess. So I did search that what was this inscription per se. So this is the way you hit the nail in the paper. And secondly, what we have is when we start attempting question papers of be it any test series you take, so the thing is our mind adapts to that. We know that the third time we'll be attempting that question or that paper. We know that if you only ऐसे answer set किया होगा, this way we can eliminate. But the UPS is a completely different ballgame, I would say there. With respect to some of the questions, the answer is there in the question itself, and especially the questions where the options are quite lengthy. The thing is, we tend to jump, not reading the whole statement. If you read the whole statement, I guess in 2019 there was a question with respect to United Nations drug. commission, and there was one question. There was one other commission also there. So in that question, if you read the question, there were four statements. If you read the statements properly, you can very easily make it out that the answer itself is in the question itself, because there were two statements which were not coherent and they were not making sense. So that kind of thing you can only sense when you are calm in the paper. You have the patience to go through the paper. And secondly, when you have the patience, you will go through all the four options. I used to make this mistake that I'll read the first option and I think if I get the feeling that this is the correct, then I'll mark it up. But at the end of the day, you realize option was D, not A. And this happens especially in the questions where there are single statement answers, no combination, just A, B, C, D, that's all. So in those questions, you need to be careful. The point which I'm making is you cannot afford to lose a question which everybody would be making right, because if you do make a question wrong, especially with respect to quality or any a very simple question, if you make it wrong, then you are like leaving yourself that you will be behind the line, I would say. Because difficult questions it's difficult for everybody. So that's your luck, and I would say your own way how you attempt it, that would make the difference. But in easy questions, everybody would be doing it correctly. So you cannot afford to do a easy question wrong in the paper. Any specific query if anybody have with respect to whatever I'm saying particularly?
Unmute your audio and ask the question.
No, I don't think so. Coaching is necessary um, because everything is
There is one,
available.
Shali, wait. There is one thing why we are not commenting on any other coaching, because we are ourselves is a coaching, right? So we don't want to enter in that conflict of interest side.
Yes.
So that is why we are not naming any coaching institute, test series or anything. But the message is clear: go for the standard coaching, and you know
And
the standard coachings.
the thing is, I would not make it a very categorically, but I would say you need to have a mentor who can guide you through your own specific problem. Every person is very different in their way, how they study, how they approach the question paper, or how they have their whole preparation strategized. So I would say there you need to have somebody who can just whom you can approach whenever you have a problem. And I think with big coachings, I don't want to just I don't want to like I'm not making a negative point here for towards anybody. I'm just saying that choose according to your own comfort, where you find that it's suitable for you. It doesn't matter if it's a big name or a small name. For me, not a promotion or anything. It's just what I feel that sir has a a very important part of my whole journey, clearing my mains and even during my interview. So I call him up whenever I have the slightest of the problem, even if I'm not in the correct mind frame. So I know that he'll be there. He will talk me through it. So you need to have that kind of support. You need to look for that kind of a support, not with respect to material or hand holding. I would say don't go for spoon feeding. It would be hard. I'll be very serious about it. It would require hard work and it would be hard. Sometimes you'll feel like giving up. So you need to have somebody who can pull you up in that point of time.
And
Ma'am,
here, and here, Shelly, pata hai, exam is not only about the material, about the paper. This exam is, I would not say that this exam is tough as per the syllabus or toughness, but I would say mentally it drains you, because it is a whole 1 year cycle. And suppose someone fails at the prelims itself, yeah, so you are demotivated, and it is likely that you might fail again. And Shelly, in how many attempts, like in this year you have cleared the prelims? Earlier, how many attempts you have given?
This was my first mail and my fifth
First means
attempt. And yeah, and I'm saying this
which attempt?
that fifth attempt. And
Fifth
in my
attempt. Just yes, yes. Please continue.
and in my fourth attempt, I had my GS marks 120. I failed in CSAT, and I come from an engineering background. So you cannot take anything lightly. And the only thing I failed in CSAT was my mindset. I don't know what happened. I do not know it till this point of time. So putting it very high, and the possibility of passing is very low.
Hmm.
Not scaring you up or not saying that. Even today, if I'm giving interviews, so I know that though my chances have improved with respect to prelims and mains, in interview do have a higher chance of selection. But still, the possibility of things going wrong is always there. So you need to know your reason why you started, and you need to continue to have the zeal.
Definitely.
At the end
And
of the day,
please continue.
you need to make yourself strong. And I would say that this is my first interview, and I have a string of failed attempts. So, but the thing is, I'm not regretful about it. I know that I did things wrong. My understanding of the exam was misplaced. I didn't have the proper guidance in my first two attempts. But even after that, when I failed in my third attempt also, in my fourth attempt also, the main thing which was lacking was my mindset. And thirdly, I would say what I learned from it, that it shaped me in so many ways. The failure taught me so much about my own self. So that has also been a positive aspect. That's how I see it. That the person I am today is much better than the person when I started the preparation. Be it failures or be it anything.
Definitely, Shelly, you have touched a very important side. And let me share one very interesting story around Shelly. Like last year, we have launched one batch, and we have said that those who are struggling with the prelims will definitely try that you are going to clear. And out of nine, six students had cleared the prelims. Out of that, two are appearing in the interview, and Shelly was selected for that batch. After 6 months, I came to know that Shelly is my friend's one of my close friends, sister. So this whole world is like round, dunia goal hai na? And one thing which I found in Shelly, she is very hardworking, provided you give the right direction. So that kind of attitude you need, and I hope and my best wishes to her. This year we'll hear Shelly's journey in her topper stock, and I hope that she will definitely meet.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Uh, Guys, you are having a lot of doubts, but Shelly has pointed out many points. And Tarun, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And here is another student of interview batch, and why I requested them to join this session, because they can tell you that what has worked, what has not worked. In case of Shelly, she was not able to clear the plans for 4 times. Last year, she was able to clear the plans, and today she is appearing in the interview. And there is Tarun, who has never failed in prelims. Okay, so Tarun, what is, because if guys, there is one very important thing, you will find some student who never fail in prelims, some who never fails in mains, some who keeps on getting some rank. So there is a pattern. Definitely there is a pattern, right? So I have requested two diverse kind of student, one who were failing earlier then cleared, and Tarun who has never failed. So Tarun, can you please share some good tips or strategy with others?
Yes, sir. I'll try to share some inputs. I think the revision schedule which Puneet sir shared, it was very good. Now that will be my first point. that while revising, you should not mix many subjects. You should not read like I'll study 2 hours history, then 2 hours geography, then 2 hour polity. It will not be like that. Okay. It should be ideally, you should divide it into days. Like I'll finish history in 2 days, polity in 3 days, as per your convenience. Okay. So that you need to follow for the next 20 days, where you should specifically give dedicated time or dedicated days to each subject. Okay, then you will also have some sense of completion. After 5 days, you can say that, okay, I have done 2 subjects and my 5 subjects are left. Okay, so that was a very good thing which I also follow, and it is a good thing. You should definitely do that. Secondly, now you should only focus on full length test. As Sarah said, one full length test every day. Try to give full length test, not in the last week. You leave the last week before the exam, and before that you give full length test every day. Okay, so that will also help you. Okay, then one tip which I can give you, a sort of a cheat code, uh, is very simple. You should never change your answer, because if you change your answer, you will find that you are overthinking and you will take the wrong answer. Okay,
Tarun,
so this,
I would like to pause.
uh,
Whatever strategy we are sharing out of our own experience.
okay,
Tomorrow, please do not abuse if you have less
huh,
knowledge and you were
okay,
thinking that this can be the right.
uh,
Okay,
okay,
it is out of
okay,
the experience, plus
huh,
you must have prepared well. That is a very
hmm,
big disclaimer here. Yes, please.
correct, correct.
Sir,
Yeah.
I would
Yes,
I would agree with Tarun.
yes.
I did I used to change my answers every
And
single time, and
और वो गलत
and the
होता ही था.
moment I हाँ वो हमेशा गलत होता था, and the moment I stopped doing it, that did help.
Definitely.
Okay,
Yes.
देखिए देखो, I think Shelly is also agreeing with me. The reason is
Even
quite
I
simple.
do agree with you, but we have to
Yes,
put a disclaimer.
disclaimer.
Otherwise, tomorrow they will come on social media and they'll start ki like ऐसा हमें ज्ञान दिया and we failed. Okay. Yes, please
Okay,
continue, Tarun.
okay.
Yeah.
I just tell you the logic behind it. There is a logic. देखो, we all have studied almost all the subject and from similar books. Each one of us has studied Spectrum, Lakshmikant, and Vision magazine, or maybe some Mranal and Shankar. Everyone has read. So whenever we read something, it is in our subconscious. So when the question comes, the first thought is from subconscious. Okay, and that is right because it draws from somewhere you have read. While when you start to think about it, then you tend to overthink. Okay, and then you will bring all the books and all the test series and make it a khichdi, and then you will take the wrong answer. So this is the reason. But yes, disclaimer is required. It will work for people who have prepared well. Okay, it will work those who have prepared well. So first thing is prepare well, complete the course, complete the syllabus, and you attempt full length tests. Okay. Then you should keep in mind the some basics while filling the OMR sheet. You should not fill wrong questions. Once what happened with me, I was giving 2018 prelims, and uh, I was able to find out the answer for question number 50. While when I was filling in the OMR sheet, I filled it in 51. Okay, so some these silly mistakes should not happen. Okay, but chance, let me tell you a funny thing also. By chance, that 51 question, I was not knowing, I was not aware of the question, but it went right. Okay, so that is sheer luck. So so but you should not wait for that luck. You should fill the bubbles right. Okay, that is also one basic thing. One basic thing I like to tell you, there are some people who fill the bubbles in the end, who when who try to solve the entire paper and keep the last 15 minutes for filling bubbles. So I'll request you, please don't do something like that. Okay, ऐसा नहीं करिए. Try to fill bubble at the time when you solve the question. Okay, or it, don't do that like that, because many of my friends have heard that they were not able to fill the bubbles, they were able to solve the question paper. So don't be on that side. Okay, you should remember that also. Okay, while and
Yes,
other,
Tarun, I would like to add one thing here,
हाँ sir,
that you have to behave like a aspirant who is sincere. you you are not allowed to give this excuse after coming out of the examination hall that I was able to solve all the question, but I didn't find the time. That is a very silly mistake, and that is a very stupid excuse to fail. So please don't do it. Yes, please,
Correct.
Tarun, sorry, continue.
करेक्ट। पुनीत सर देखो बहुत डांटते थे, वो मेंस के पहले भी हम लोग को यही डांटते थे कि तुम लोग
Exactly.
बच्चे नहीं हो। वो ये बोलते थे तुम लोग बच्चे नहीं हो कि गलत जो है रोल नंबर भर के आ गए, गलत आंसर
हाँ
कॉपी
यार,
नंबर भर। तो ठीक है, पर सर
लेकिन
होता है
डांट का
एक
फायदा मिलता है ना।
हाँ मिलता है सर।
एग्जाम निकल जाता है।
तो
यस।
ये कुछ बेसिक्स चीजें हैं, वो ध्यान में रखिए। और कीप अब अगर हम प्रिपरेशन पे ही स्पेसिफिक अगर हम जाएं, तो आई थिंक जो पेपर सॉल्व करने का जो अप्रोच शैली ने बताया, दैट इज वेरी गुड। मैं भी पेपर को वैसे ही सॉल्व करता हूँ। आई टेल यू द अप्रोच ऑफ सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चंस। आप कोशिश करिए कि आप टेस्ट सीरीज में से सॉल्व करके ट्राई करिए, देन यू विल फाइंड सम डिफरेंस। ओके, try to solve the question paper in iterations, like first round, second round, third round. Okay, in the first round you tick all the questions which you are 100% sure. Okay, you are 100% sure, you tick them. Okay, so if you are a good aspirant, you will be able to solve at least 40 questions in the first iteration itself. ठीक है, 40 के आसपास you will be able to do, because there in every question paper there are some easy questions. So 40 questions are easy. Okay, so first time you try to finish those 40. If your preparation is very good, you may even touch 50, even 45. That's okay. Then what you do, then you go for the second round. In second round is the most important. In second round it takes time. In second round, what I do, I try to eliminate. If I'm able to eliminate one option, if I'm able to eliminate two options, I go for these two things. Now, if you are able to eliminate two options, then my view is that you should definitely take that question. Okay, because then 50% probability you should take your chance. Okay, so if you're 50-50, then you should definitely take whatever you feel like, whatever is your gut feeling, whatever your instinct. Okay, whatever elimination trick you use, like tricks like data is wrong, year is wrong, some ministry is wrong, any trick जो guess master गिरी जो होती है वो भी चला के कर लो, but you should definitely tick. Even if you are able to eliminate one, if you have to choose between three, then there are more chances that that answer may go wrong. But then also I think that you should take your chances. So my point is that you should attempt test very positively. Okay, मतलब मेरा मानना ये है कि 70-75 करके घर वापस नहीं आना है, क्योंकि 70-75 करके फिर नहीं होगा। फिर एज गुड हैज कि आपने जो है ज्यादा रॉन्ग कर दिए, 90 कर दिए, वो ज्यादा अच्छा है। ठीक है, सो ऐसा मत करिए कभी भी कि व्हेन यू आर सॉल्विंग 70 क्वेश्चंस एंड 75 क्वेश्चंस, अनटिल आपकी एक्यूरेसी 100% है, जो किसी की नहीं होती है। एक्यूरेसी 100% नोबडी हैज। सो ये भी मैं कहूंगा नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स भी एक रखिए। मैं जैसे अपना क्या मान के चलता था कि आई हैव टू सॉल्व 85 to 90 क्वेश्चंस। ठीक है, मेरा ये रहता था 85 to 90। ठीक है, 90 से ज्यादा भी नहीं करता था और 85 से कम नहीं करता था। ओके, सो इस तरह के एक ऑप्टिमम अटेम्प्ट डिसाइड कर लीजिए, वो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा अपनी लेवल ऑफ प्रिपरेशन से, टू ट्राई दिस आउट एंड टेस्ट इट। ओके, सो अगर आप 85 to 90 करते हैं एंड एज अ इफ यू आर अ जनरल कैंडिडेट, देन आप 60-65 के भी सही करेंगे तो देन यू विल क्लियर। ओके, देन ये जो नंबर है वो एज पर द अगर रिजर्वेशन स्टेटस है तो वो थोड़ा सा चेंज होगा, वो आप थोड़ा सा पास्ट ईयर का एनालिसिस करके देख सकते हैं। यू कैन फाइंड दैट की दिस मच अमाउंट ऑफ करेक्ट आंसर्स यू हैव टू डू। ठीक है, सो इस तरह से थोड़ा सा पॉजिटिव फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड लेके सॉल्व करिए। ठीक है, ये भी
And
ध्यान रखिए वन
Tarun,
थिंग।
I would
हाँ
like to
बताइए।
add just one single point here,
हाँ
that like for the interview batch, I simply say one line, that whenever you are attempting the mock, do whatever experiment you want to do in the final interview. The same applies with the prelims. If you want to experiment anything, experiment with the mock, not with the real paper. Okay, yes please.
करेक्ट। ठीक है, तो व्हाट आई वाज टेलिंग कि थोड़ा सा पॉजिटिव फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड लेके करिए। एक और चीज ये भी ध्यान रखिए कि हाउ मच गुड यू प्रिपेयर, you won't be knowing all the questions. ठीक है, so you will be knowing maybe 40 or at the max 50. आपको और जो 10-20 questions करने हैं, you have to do the guesswork also and you have to take some chances also. So वो जो चीज है उससे डरिए नहीं, ठीक है। सो यू डो नॉट थिंक लाइक कि मुझे 100% नॉलेज होगी तब मैं टिक करूंगा, तो ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा। यू शुड यू शुड हाँ, एम आई ऑडिबल?
Yes, Tarun.
हाँ, सो आई थिंक कि आप लोग जो भी है इस स्ट्रेटजी को थोड़ा सा टेस्ट सीरीज में सॉल्व करिए, और देन यू विल गेन सम एक्सपीरियंस, ठीक है। और ये भी एक बात ध्यान रखिए कि हाउ मच वॉट एवर बी द प्रिपरेशन, यूपीएससी का पेपर इज अ गुड पेपर, ठीक है। इफ यू वांट टू गेट द ट्रू लेवल, तो आई विल आल्सो सजेस्ट कि सॉल्व लास्ट 3 ईयर पेपर्स, उनको सॉल्व करिए, ठीक है। उसके बाद किसी टेस्ट सीरीज को देखिए, ठीक है। सो दैट विल आल्सो हेल्प यू। और अब अगर इफ यू हैव
Okay.
एनी स्पेसिफिक डाउट तो
Uh,
बताइए।
okay.
मैं हेल्प।
Tarun, I would like to add some of the things which I think you and Shelly will agree with me. Okay. Uh, the pattern of UPSC has changed, and we keep on hearing it. And there is one thing that on some of the YouTube channel, I was saying that the people were giving some judgment, some other thing, and there were a lot of comment. Thank you, sir. This, that. They were making you fool. I'm not talking about standard channels. I'm saying some of the channels. So don't get fooled by that. Okay. What has changed? Let me tell you briefly. 2013, first time this pattern had changed. Okay. In 2013-14, CSAT was there. In 2015, CSAT was made like only qualifying paper. 13, 14, 15. If 13 and 14, if you are good in CSAT or average in GS, you can clear. If you are good in GS, average in CSAT, you can clear. But since 2015, things have changed. But till 2015, the thing was there were candidates who used to study only limited things, and they used to get the same kind of question every year, and they used to clear. 2016, the weightage of current affairs increased like anything. Current affairs. And till 2015, I know some of my friends who were not solving any test, and they used to clear the exam, the prelims. In 16, they failed. Even I know some of my friends who were in service, they failed because maximum weightage was given to current affairs, but that current affairs was simple. That was not tough. And the quantum shift has happened in 2017, 18, 19, 20. And what is that? That is length of the paper. And what Shelley has said, that we have the habit that whenever we solve any mock, we have the habit that we rush it. So we don't give proper time. And we are like कि फटाफट से खत्म करता है. In 2017, in 2016, I was able to finish my prelims paper. Let's say I was having some time, 20-25 minutes with me. I cleared it. In 2017, in last 30 minutes, I solved around 30-35 questions. And when I came out, I was like कि नहीं होगा prelims तो clear, भूल जाओ. Because the length was more, I was not able to read all the question. I was not able to do justice with all the things. And in last 30 minutes, I had to hurry. Although I was able to clear the prelims with more marks than in 2016. In 18 also, I felt it that length is more. In 19th also, I felt it length is more. So now they are giving big statement. So in mock test, what Shelly has said, please sit for 2 hours. Only then you will be able to understand. Okay. And those who are SMP students will tell you which test series is good. Like we are not an institute where we only promote our test series, and even we don't treat our test series as the best. We don't. We know some of other institute which have very good test series. In the mock, you have to sit for 2 hours and you have to understand that length is more. In 2016, I solved in first round. Like generally we solve paper in first, second, and third round. In first round, I was able to solve like 54 question. Out of that, 53 were correct. 53. Can you imagine the efficiency? In 17, I solved around, as per my memory, I was able to solve around 52 questions. Out of that, 46 were correct, and that was a very good thing. But in 18, I solved around 45 questions. Out of that, in the first round itself, only 30 or 32 were correct. That is not right. This much efficiency, if you get, like I got 53 correct, and I don't care what will happen next. That much efficiency, that much thing you need. It can be 50. It can be not 54, but 44. But out of 44, 40 has to be correct. So length has increased. You have to understand it. And 2020, I simply say one simple term for this: weird paper. Very weird. But if you will, but if you will see that those who were not able to uh, clear the prelims earlier in 2020 just by analyzing the previous year questions, some of them, and I don't know whether Shelley has applied for forest or not. Some of them were able to clear the forest cutoff. Shelley, were you able to cross the forest cutoff?
No, sir. I think I missed it by one or two questions.
Hmm. है ना? So previous
Yes.
year question,
Hmm.
when you analyze this pattern, that the length has increased, and length matters, because when you have to read the question and you are
The,
fighting against the time.
the thing is, it have a very psychological impact also.
Yes,
If
yes, of course.
somebody is asking that what kind of mindset you developed during this year, the first
Hmm.
thing is patience. Second thing is we need to give minimum respect to every question. Minimum respect, I would say that you read the question properly. And the third is maintaining your calm throughout the paper. Because in this year, there was one set B and D, I guess. So the B set started with very easy questions. The
Hmm.
D set started with very tough questions.
Quality.
So if you stumble, yes, if you stumble in the first half an hour only, now the whole paper is through. Then you cannot do that. The thing is, you have 2 hours with you. So the race is not yet over when you finish when until the 2 hours are over. So you
Hmm.
have 120 minutes with you. You need to utilize every minute to the fullest. And if you maintain your calm, now you'll be able to. Like I had a set B where it was having quality questions in the starting. So out of the 25 questions in the starting, I was able to attempt 20 questions. So that is a
Hmm.
major boost to your level. So these are small things that do make a difference in the paper. बट वही मेरे सेट में क्या था कि 50 से लेके 70 के बीच में आई वाज ओनली एबल टू अटेम्प्ट 5 क्वेश्चंस बट मुझे
नहीं, वो
पता था
ऐसा
कि
था ना,
हम
नहीं वो ना शैली ऐसा था ना कि जब शुरुआती जब क्वेश्चन देखे ना, तो ऐसा लगा कि इस बार तो कहीं 200 नहीं आ जाए।
बहुत इजी
और फिर
बहुत इजी पेपर है
और फिर
यही
जैसे ही
लग रहा था
आगे
कि
बढ़े तो हुआ कि
ऐसा लग
भाई
रहा
ये
था
क्या
100 के
पूछ रहे
100 हो
हो।
सकते हैं पर अब की बार तो वो
आगे बढ़े तो लगा ये क्या चल रहा है यार जीवन में।
वही कॉम्प्लीमेंट नहीं होना है इजी क्वेश्चंस को भी देखिए और
हम्म।
टफ क्वेश्चंस को भी देखिए वही बोल रही हूँ
यार
गिव एवरी
इसका ना जो
क्वेश्चन द रिस्पेक्टेड डिमांड्स
इसका जो रूल है ना, रूल वही है। द रूल फॉर सच काइंड ऑफ कंडीशन इज दैट योर फर्स्ट राउंड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, and if you are able to scan the paper, that okay, this I know, and please don't be in overconfidence for what Tarun had said. Let me tell you one example. In 2014 or 15, 2015 paper, there was a question: what is H1N1? First option was bird flu, and third was swine flu. I think I have to erase some of the things. So first was bird flu, third was swine flu. First I saw and I was like, ये तो अपना बर्ड फ्लू है, आगे पढ़ो. And I'm not from MBBS side. Okay. And when I came back and I was like, when you make mistake in simple question, you hate yourself. What
The
the
thing
hell
is,
is going on? Hmm.
this type of mistakes happens mostly in polity questions.
Yes,
Mostly
है ना?
for me it was polity because polity में ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं यही होगा, लेकिन when you read all the
Hmm.
options then you can make a better judgment of the answer.
So one advice from my side, even if you know that option A is correct, read A, B, C, D, all the options. So when we came back and I checked, so that was my incorrect question. So I was hating myself. Then came my friend, very close friend, and he was MBBS, and he said that, look, dude, I think I should stop preparing. मैंने कहा भाई क्या हुआ? What has happened? बोला कि यार H1N1 में मैं बर्ड फ्लू का टिक कराया. And he made that mistake because of overconfidence. You must read all the options. And such kind of experiment you have to do in your mock. And you can ask Tarun and Shelly that what kind of preparation we do for the interview. In the interview, generally, you might feel that only mock is required. No, it is not. We sit for hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. We do
Process
the
is important.
discussion. हम्म, बिल्कुल. है ना? तो वो है, ठीक है. So the length is more and you have to make it a practice. Suppose you are solving a test series where only one single statement is giving or they are giving only ABCD. That test series is not good. You have to see statement 1, 2, 3, then options. UPSC paper will be mix of simple plus medium level plus tough level. And this stuff is weird. Okay, this stuff is weird, and the number of weird questions in 2020 was more. But those who have analyzed 2019, they knew one simple thing: दिमाग नहीं लगाना है, D मारते जाना. And those who are like previous follower of SOMP channel, I have shared one post of D God. ठीक है ना? So that thing you have to keep in your mind, and you have to be very much serious about your preparation now. Shelly has talked about one very important thing: mindset. And Shelley was not able to clear prelims for past 2 years by 1 mark or 2 mark. She could have thought कि बस एक ही क्वेश्चन तो सही करना है. I will clear the prelims. But that mindset is not the right kind of mindset at all. If you are missing prelims by 1 or 2 marks, do not think just one question. When you are coming out of the exam and when you are checking your answers, you should be very much clear that yes, I am going to clear the prelims, come what. Because nowadays you are having very less gap between pre and mains. And if you are on border side, then there is a trouble. So mindset is very much important. And for the mindset, I must say, if you will follow this process, I can tell you one thing: you will be confident about your plans. And when you prepare very well, when you put everything which you have, I am believer of karma, not luck. Luck has never favored me in my entire life. Some got lucky, but if you will check their number, 0.000000001%. कोई भी टेस्ट नहीं लिखा, कुछ नहीं किया, मेंस निकाल दिया, रैंक ले आया, आईएएस बन गया. कितने ऐसे? हाउ मेनी? And some of them, those who say such things, they are faking, because you all know that what is the value of Tapa stock. I don't have to elaborate that. Believe in karma, and this is your time. Today you are sitting on 19th of August, and I can tell you, you can clear the prelims. You can, provided you have the right path and will to clear. Uh, there was a movie, na, MSD, MS Dhoni, and if you can recall that beautiful punchline of Dhoni, कि हमें पता चल गया है कि इतने से नहीं होगा. In English, it is like कि today I got to know that it is not sufficient. I have to do more. And once you are on that side, you will do good. Come what may. So believe in karma. Start doing it. No one can stop you, but you are stopping yourself because let me tell you one example. The beauty of excuses and beauty of disbeliefs. You will be giving thousands of excuses for not clearing the prelims. And today you might be having some disbeliefs. Ki, Arey, I have done it, and whatever question will come, I will clear this time. I'm sure. You have to assume that you have failed earlier. I'm talking about those who have failed. You have to assume that I have failed earlier. I cannot live in this disbelief that I will clear this time without putting some effort. You have to put some effort. And once you start moving in that side, you will see wonders. How can someone make mistake in politics? By doing polity only once and believing that I have done it. Even if you have to do polity 3, 4, 5 times, you must do it. And I don't want to go in that side where some rank holder said that I have done polity 100 times. No one can do it in first attempt. And such kind of videos and such kind of things harm us more. So please do not believe that pre is easy. Please do not believe that pre is impossible to crack. Always follow Gautam Buddha Madhyam Marg. And mindset, like Shelly has said, it can change anything. Now I would like to come to very important debate, number of attempts. Shelly and Tarun beautifully escaped uh, from this question that I won't cross 90 plus. But 90 is a very big number, right? My personal experience, earlier I used to attempt, like I have cleared films consistently 16, 17, 18. And just after films, I knew that I'm going to appear in the mains. There was no doubt. Before that, I failed and I used to attempt 65, 68. Thanks to the topper stop and thanks to the some of the friends. And I used to think that I will mark only 5 or 6 negative and I will clear. That was a mistake. And in 2016, I marked around 93, 97, 99. And why this shift? And again, disclaimer, it varies from candidate to candidate. I have my close friends who attempt 65 questions. Out of that, 63 are correct. And I'm not joking. Out of that, 63 are correct. I myself have tried. See, na, I was attempting 65 questions. Out of that, 35 wrong. So what was the issue? The issue was doing a single subject only one time and assuming that I will be able to mark the correct answer. Between 2015 and 16, there was a massive shift. I was Even I was struggling to clear the prelims. That is why I can tell you, I failed and I cleared with very good marks. I think it was 128. Here it was 131. Here it was around 107. 18 में कम हो गया. So one shift was I finished all the static syllabus. Earlier, I used to leave many topics, and I would say what Shelly has said and why SOMP was started. What was the need of it? There were many good coachings because of misguidance. And once I got the right guidance, things have changed. I met someone. I said that please help me with the prelims. I'm not able to clear the prelims, and that person told me only two things. And that person asked me two to three things, and then that person gave me a mantra. You don't have to study the static syllabus. Directly go for test. Every day you solve the test. And till 2015, hardly one or two tests I used to solve. And importance of test. It is very important. If someone says to clear the prelims, you don't have to solve the test. Please, it is a humble request. Do not go in that side. Please don't. So that person said that you don't have to prepare subject wise, directly solve the test, and whatever questions you don't know, you start reading only that particular topic. Otherwise you are good to go. And there was fear, there was panic, and there was many sleepless nights. I can tell you, I used to plan that, okay, let me sleep by 11 p.m, then I will wake up at 5 or 6, and I was not able to sleep by 4. And the same problem was going with my friend. Although I was not that severe, he was not able to sleep for 5 or 6 days in a row, in a row, and we both cleared. So we became insane. First time it was very tough. यार क्या ही चल रहा है यार ये? But we adapted to that. Let it be, but we'll prepare. And I was not taking any sleeping pills. He was taking sleeping pills. Even after that, he was not able to sleep. Can you imagine? And one day we talked, and I shared that, yeah, I'm having trouble sleeping issue. And he said, at least you are sleeping for 2-3 hours now. I'm not able to sleep for 5 or 6 days in a row. He was running, he was taking medicine, he was doing everything because of the anxiety, because of the past failure. But we didn't allow that thing to come between our preparation. So I got the advice: start solving the test, analyzing it, only focus on that. Here comes the lesson. I started doing it for 2 to 3 days. But what I had realized, that the subject which I first study, then attempt the test, that helps me more than directly solving the test. Okay, that person gave me this advice as per her experience, and she was a rank holder. Okay, but and that was a very good advice, and I must say, because of her only, I was able to clear 2016 prelims. Even before like 2 to 3 days of the prelims, I was in touch with her. That please help me and tell me now what to do. And she was always there. So what Shelly has said, you need a mentor. I was lucky that uh, I was in her touch. And then I realized that that is not helping with me. So I switched to a different site. I said, okay, let me first study, then solve the test, then analyze. In 2015, my GS marks were around 91. And this process, and the best term for this is tailor made. Suppose I'm your mentor, I'm telling you, you have to do it, you have to do it, you have to do it. But you have to adapt that, okay, process is good, but I think I have to do some re-engineering with it. And I have done that and I was cool. Then during last 10 days of, I think 2016, pre was on 7th of August, if I'm not wrong. And by 25th July, I finished my syllabus thrice, revised it, everything I had done. And the person who was fearing prelims, the person who was having nightmares about the prelims, I was chilling, relaxing. And then I saw some question, and between that time, one day I was chilling that I have finished everything. And I was so satisfied with my preparation because I finished each and every topic. And one day I solved one test, I think around 28 July. I was not able to remember some of the facts. Then again I entered into last and the most toughest part of revision cycle. And when you fail in the prelims, there is a innate fear in you, massive innate fear. That fear was with me, and 2016 was a very uh, special time of my life, and that was also the toughest time of my life. And then I came out and I started discussing. And during the examination hall, one thing you have to understand: when you have done something well, you can see the answer that this statement is wrong, this is right. You can see it with full confidence, and I was able to do it in the examination hall itself. I came out, I checked my I called some of my friends, and there was a fear of past failure. Then in the and I had a habit, I never checked my uh, paper with coaching answer key or anything. That day I did. So I was supposed to, and let me share one more side to it that is irrelevant, of course, but for me it matters. I had booked my ticket in third AC. Unfortunately, that was cancelled. So then I went to the TT. I requested him that, sir, please allot me a berth in sleeper. He didn't. So in that train वाला वो alley वाला जो side है, I was sitting there on the ground. मतलब वहाँ worker भी बैठे हैं, सब बैठे हैं. I was constantly checking my paper, and in each and every answer key, I was getting 125 plus. I was so happy. Again I'm saying it is irrelevant. It is not कि बहुत बड़ा कोई पेन लिया बैठ के तो आए, but that mattered to me. वहाँ बैठे बैठे I was smiling कि हाँ यार अब मेंस देना. And during mains I committed one mistake कि बस prelims पे ही focus रहे. That mistake could have been avoided. These things matters here. And trust me on this, when you are on the right side and when you have prepared well, you will get that positive vibe that this year I will clear the prelims. Yes, during 2016, one thing I did, one of my very close friend, he was also preparing for the exam. So we allotted 9 p.m. time, only he and me. And we were like from 9 to 9:30, post dinner, uh, we used to go on the walk and we used to discuss the questions. We used to fix the topics that ठीक है यार कल मैपिंग पे बात करते हैं, और मैपिंग में स्पेशली नॉर्थ ईस्ट की बात करें. And we did it for 20 days, for last 20 days, like 7th of August को था, so we started like 17th of July. That helped me a lot. And in that discussion, when you are discussing with someone, and if you are presenting some wrong facts, and if you are not sure of some concept, then you are bound to go and read it again, and that helped a lot. And those who are SOMP students, last 15 days, we will arrange more sessions like that, so you don't have to find some good friend. Okay, and that helped.
Yes, yeah, I would agree to sir.
Hmm.
But I don't ever in this preparation feel like that you're lacking somewhere with respect to the support you require. I would like to say that everybody, every one of you who has thought of even attempting this paper, have a basic understanding of what it requires to. I'm not talking about the guidance part, but the motivation part. You everybody who have thought of joining it does have a motivation behind it. So hold on to that. So that I would say remind it to you.
शैली थोड़ा नेटवर्क का इशू है, काइंडली चेक. Shall kindly check some network issue from your side? And there is last thing which I would like to say. Prelims is not uh, everything. Shelly, some network issue from your side? Kindly check.
Now I'm
Yes, 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 you are.
so I would say believe in yourself. That's the bottom line.
Yes. And the
Yes,
only
believe in
uh,
yourself, everybody.
and only three advice from the person which I am referring, she gave me. First, test. I modified it. Second, revising the test. We don't revise. We just simply see the number. And third, and the most
The
foremost
thing
thing which I was lacking, she said that look, you have to enter into the prelims as if you are clearing. And that comes only with the preparation.
is,
Even earlier, I was entering with that feeling, but that was a fake. But in 2016, it was real. And trust me, yaar, mains, if you are going to appear in the mains, it's a very good feeling. Those 10 days, hectic days, ऐसे लिख के आए, ये गड़बड़ कर दिया, ये कर दिया, फिर GS1 लिख के आए, फिर GS2 लिख के आए. That is very interesting. You must enjoy that. I don't know whether you will be able to clear the exam or not. I don't know whether you will get the rank what you want. There is a possibility you are aiming for IAS, but you will get IFS or IPS. But prelims is not a privilege.
yes,
Everyone can appear in prelims with a graduation certificate. Mains is a privilege. And entering into UPSC is another privilege. And luckily, I was able to have both the experience. Those were privileged things. So you must have that. So prelims is not a privilege at all. You can write it for 6 times, OBC 9 times, SC ST any times till your age reaches. Like I think 37. But this privilege,
and
you have to cross this barrier. This privilege, you have to cross
and the
this
thing
barrier.
is,
Yes, Shelly, please continue.
yes, the confidence part. Somebody may ask that how do you know that you're confident? How do you get this kind of confidence? The effort you put in, no, defines everything. You'll get this feeling the moment if you're studying wholeheartedly during your day, na, when you sleep, you'll have that feeling of, I would say, satisfaction. And that thing builds over a time. And when you enter the exam hall, you know that you did your bit. Now you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. because you have done everything which was in your capacity. So that's how you build the confidence, and that's how you sustain it also. Consistency and patience is the key. Even if you're studying for 6 hours, 7 hours, and sorry, but presently abhi prelims pass hai, so I would say make it 10 hours. तो वो 10 hour जब हर रोज करके सोओगे ना, खुद को पता होता है कि आज किसी को बेवकूफ नहीं बनाया है। खुद से सच बोलना बहुत जरूरी है। लोगों से बोलो ना बोलो फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। मतलब सिंपल थिंग इज कि आउटर पेसिमिज्म एंड इनर ऑप्टिमिज्म होना चाहिए लाइफ में। और वो हमेशा सब लोगों को पता होगा कि if you are doing the thing which you need to be doing in that moment, then that would build up your confidence. वो आ जाता है।
डेफिनेटली यार, 2016 मुझे याद है, खाना खाने के लिए मैस में जाना पड़ता था। मैस का जो वॉकिंग टाइम था वो 15 मिनट था। वो 15 मिनट ना मैं मोबाइल पे प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन, ये क्वेश्चन सीएपीएफ, लाइक शेली हैज सेड दैट शी हैज सॉल्व्ड प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम 1990। I had solved previous year question of not only civil services examination during 2016. That was an insane period of my life. And I can tell you one simple thing. Had someone guided me during mains, had someone been my mentor for prelims, she was a selected candidate, so she got busy with the training part. Had someone gave me that direction, I would have cleared the exam in 2016 way back. And you guys might have been listening to someone else, not me. ठीक है? That was an insane
द
time
थिंग
यार।
यहाँ
दो
पे
से 15 मिनट,
कि
वो
मैं
15 मिनट भी ना मैं प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन देख रहा हूँ, सीएपीएफ देख रहा हूँ, सीडीएस देख रहा हूँ। आई डिड लाइक, वो इंसैनिटी थी। और दैट इंसैनिटी इज रिक्वायर्ड इन योर प्रिपरेशन।
जैसे मैं बताती हूँ कि बहुत छोटी छोटी जो चीजें हैं वो बहुत डिफरेंस बनाती हैं।
बिल्कुल
जैसे
बिल्कुल।
मेन टाइम
शैली आवाज कट रही है, शैली आवाज कट रही है, शैली आवाज कट रही है। नो नो, यू आर नॉट, यू आर नॉट। जियो को जरा एक अपना होता था ना, जब टीवी नहीं चला करती थी, एक थप्पड़ लगा देते थे। तो तेरे जियो नेटवर्क को एक थप्पड़ लगा, चल जाएगा।
सर एम आई ऑडिबल नाउ?
यस यस, फुल्ली।
यस। द थिंग इज कि मेन से पहले ना आपका ऑप्शनल लिखने से पहले आपको मंडे टू फ्राइडे की छुट्टी मिलती है। मंडे टू फ्राइडे, हाँ मतलब भाई 5 दिन की छुट्टी मिलती है। तो उसमें ना सर ने बहुत एक सिंपल सी चीज बोली थी कि अपने ऑप्शनल का डोंट स्टार्ट विद पेपर 1, स्टार्ट विद पेपर 2। क्योंकि आप पेपर 1 तो है वो एंड के 2 दिन भी करोगे तो उसमें पेपर 1 तो एंड के 2 दिन भी करोगे तो पेपर 2 कॉम्प्रोमाइज होता है। ये बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, लेकिन उससे क्या होता है ना कि आपको पता होता है कि आपको एफर्ट किस डायरेक्शन में और कहाँ पे पुट करना है। क्योंकि बेसिक ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी है, हम हमेशा फर्स्ट टॉपिक से फर्स्ट पेपर से शुरू करना पड़ता है, तो वो हमेशा से हमारा स्ट्रॉन्ग पार्ट रहता है। आप उसी को रीएनफोर्स कर रहे हो रादर देन गोइंग फॉर समवन समथिंग दैट हैज ऑलवेज बीन योर वीकेस्ट पार्ट। तो ऑप्शनल से पहले की बहुत छोटी सी चीज है। अगर वैसे अगर नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट अगर कोई होता तो वो ये करता ना कि आप पहले पेपर 1 रिवाइज कर रहे हो, 2 दिन पेपर 1 में कर दिए, फिर अगले 2 दिन आप सोच रहे हो पेपर 2 करें, लेकिन पेपर 2 करोगे ही नहीं क्योंकि 2 दिन वहां पे वेस्ट हुए। फिर लगेगा कि पहले तो पेपर 1 ही लिखना है तो उसी को रिवाइज करते हुए चलते हैं, तो पेपर 2 कॉम्प्रोमाइज होता है। तो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें होती है जिनके लिए शायद वो बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस बनाती है आपकी परफॉर्मेंस में एट द एंड ऑफ द डे। और मुझे ये चीज खुद फील हुई थी, मैं इसीलिए ये चीज पॉइंट आउट करना मुझे लगा कि बहुत जरूरी है। तो वही ना कि हाउ टू अप्रोच योर पेपर, हाउ टू एंटर द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल, एंटर विद वट एवर यू हैव इन योर हैंड। क्योंकि उस अब कुछ नहीं कर सकते, पता है वही वो चीज, अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता, अब तो एंटर करना ही है। तो अगर कुछ है ही नहीं, कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते हो तो फिर डरना क्या उस चीज को लेके कि ये छूट गया वो छूट गया। वट एवर यू हैव डन, अभी वहां पे जाके सिर्फ परफॉर्म करना है।
डेफिनेटली। And I would like to credit for one question which you have to give it to me EIA. एक रात पहले बोला और अगले दिन आ गया.
यस सर. ये ऐसा
That was a sheer
क्वेश्चन
luck.
था कि ऐसा क्वेश्चन था कि जो बहुत फैक्चुअल था, लेकिन ऐसा फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चन 10 नंबर का आपको आपके पेपर में थर्ड क्वेश्चन अगर दिख रहा है ना, तो आपको कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डअप होता है कि नहीं, ये क्वेश्चन तो आ गया, इसके तो 4 पॉइंट पता है, लिख के इसको 2 मिनट में खत्म करके अगले क्वेश्चन पे बढ़ जाएंगे.
Actually, what had happened that during that mains wala time, so after GS1, GS2, I used to share the audio, and I used to take some very small session because I never wanted that they should waste their time. And suddenly in the night, I remember that I forgot to tell them that EIA you have to prepare. And on the EIA, I sent one audio, I sent some article, and next day, just after GS3, lot of messages came that sir aa gaya EIA, and that was a very good thing. But of course, that was sheer luck. I am not claiming that I'm a very good Jyotishi. I'm not. So let's take some questions, guys. Now, if you have any doubt, any question, kindly feel free to ask. Unmute your audio and ask the question. Anyone, any question?
Sir, am I audible
Yes.
to you?
Yes, you are.
So first of all, very good evening to all of you.
Good
सर
evening.
मुझे एक डाउट पूछना था, जैसे आप लोगों ने अभी गाइड किया टेस्ट के लिए. सर स्टैटिक पोर्शन इज ऑलमोस्ट कंप्लीटेड. अब उसे अगर मुझे टेस्ट से कॉम्प्लीमेंट करना है तो मुझे पूछना था, इज इट सफाइस टू डू वन कोचिंग टेस्ट सेक्शनल टेस्ट प्रॉपर्ली, या मुझे ज्यादा करने चाहिए?
Sectional test, one coaching, and I always give credit to one coaching, that is Vision IS. They are very good. So Vision sectional test you can do, but for the full length, you should go for the diversity of test. Reason being, in Vision you will be limited by the question. Okay, Vision has have very good sectional test, and but for the full length test, you should have some other coaching. Reason being that for the current affairs, suppose you are referring the same coaching for the current affairs, then you will not be getting diversity of question in that side.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
गुड इवनिंग सर.
Good evening.
सर मेरा डाउट ये था कि
संदेश, तुम्हारा डाउट मैंने पढ़ा था. तुम्हारा पहले भी कुछ डाउट था ना?
हाँ जी सर. सर वो सब मेजरली आप लोगों ने कवर
जो वो, हाँ यार. वेट
अभी कुछ
संदेश वेट. You had asked a very good doubt कि solution बहुत लंबे रहते हैं. What to do about it? So solutions are lengthy. Okay, and I forgot to mention this point. Whenever you are going to solve any test, okay, it could be online, it could be offline. Offline means you are taking the printout. As simple as that. Use the this sticky notes. Okay. Suppose out of 100 questions, in the first test itself, suppose you have attempted polity test. Let's assume it polity. Out of 100, you are finding that, okay, these 50 questions, these were new to me, I have to revise it. So on that sticky note, you can mention the question number 1, 3, 7, 9, 10, 11. Why? Because when you are going to revise it again, you have to go through only these questions. You don't have to go to 2, 4, 5, 6. And it is a very good advice which I got from someone. So I'm sharing with you. So kindly use it. And when you are going to solve the next test of polity, there is a very good possibility out of 100, you have to use it only for 20 questions. Because some questions are being repetitive. Yes, Sandesh, please continue.
सर हाँ सर, थैंक यू सो मच सर. सेशन से सर मेजरली सारे डाउट्स तो चले गए, तो मैंने सोचा डाउट ज्यादा रहे. सर एक मेजर डाउट मेरे मन में ये था कि सर स्टैटिक सिलेबस मैंने 2 बार रिवीजन तो हो चुका है, बट सर जो मेरा टेस्ट का अप्रोच रहा है अभी तक का, सर 10-12 टेस्ट लगाए हुए, बट सर सॉल्यूशंस कभी ठीक से नहीं पढ़ पाया। एक वो
सॉल्यूशंस पढ़ना है,
सॉल्यूशन सर कभी
सॉल्यूशन
ठीक से नहीं
पढ़ना
पढ़
है।
पाया। वो अभी मुझको रियलाइज हो रहा है कि मैं नाइस। हाँ जी सर, हाँ जी
एक
सर, वो अभी
एक
मुझको रियलाइज हो
सेकंड,
रहा है कि सॉल्यूशंस का बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट होता है। यस सर।
एक सेकंड। टेस्ट सीरीज, इसका इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है? नॉट द मार्क्स। फर्स्ट, checking your knowledge. Second, reading the solution. Third, sticky notes. Fourth, revising. Never go for marks. Please never ever go for marks. Of course, you have to have some good marks, but marks is not the final thing. Okay. Yes. Sandesh, anything left?
यस सर, वो मेजर डाउट
Hmm.
ये पूछना था कि सर अभी के लिए, अभी जैसे सर अभी नेक्स्ट जो 40-50 डेज बचे हुए मेरे पास, उसमें ना स्टार्टिंग का मेरा थर्ड रिवीजन जो स्टार्ट हो जाएगा 1 सितंबर से। बट
Hmm.
सर इशू ये है कि मैंने जैसे कभी टेस्ट पे ठीक से ध्यान ही नहीं दिया, वो मुझे अभी रियलाइज
नहीं,
हो
वो
रहा है,
तो
जो कि
होएगा,
बहुत बड़ा
वो
ब्लंडर
तो
था।
बिल्कुल,
हाँ जी
वो
सर,
आप
तो
देंगे।
अभी सर उसको कैसे यूटिलाइज करूँ, मतलब टेस्ट और स्टैटिक को एक साथ दोनों
अभी ना
नेक्स्ट।
अभी ना आप ना अपना जो एक शेड्यूल है ना, वो आप ऐसा तैयार करें कि जिसमें आपका रहेगा, फर्स्ट रहेगा रिवीजन, बिकॉज यू हैव डन विद योर स्टैटिक।
यस सर,
सेकंड सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है पीवाईक्यू। Okay,
यस
and during this session earlier, like we had around 75 people, and now it is 40, and that is a very good sign. Okay, reason being, I want only sincere candidates. So we will be having free previous year question session. Okay,
सर,
and
यस सर।
I will share the link with that. You have
थैंक यू
to
सो मच
attend that, because we will be talking about
श्योर
the
सर।
pattern, question, and everything. Okay, so PYQ is very much important for you, right?
यस सर,
And third, what you can do now, you can go for full length, and test is very important for you. Shelly, would you like to add anything here?
Yes, sir. First of all, like you all, just 50 days left. I would say to everybody before sleeping, half an hour dedicatedly for previous year questions. Half an hour minimum, 30 minutes minimum for previous year questions. क्योंकि वो चीज ना फिर बिल्ड होगी ओवर द टाइम, तो वो चीज करना है।
Shelly, some of them from South. Can you please speak in
या
English also? Yeah.
Yes, sorry. So just one thing that just 50 days left. Dedicatedly give at least 30 minutes for previous year questions towards the end of your day, before sleeping. Before sleeping, why I'm saying before sleeping, that our subconscious mind works when we sleep. So if you give it some questions to ponder upon, and when you sleep, it will retrieve the answer, and over time this habit develops, and you will be able to identify a pattern in the previous year questions. And as very rightly pointed out, that should be your I would say bible for questions, question papers. So giving previous year questions 30 minutes would give you results at the end of the day. And secondly, with respect to, many of you might be having this dilemma that should we go for sectional test or should we go for full length test. Ye hota hai, everybody feels it. So what you can do is, everybody have some strong areas, everybody have some weak areas. Just to have that confidence that you have done your best, for weak areas you can go for sectional test. उसमें आप ये कर सकते हो that attempting 50 questions, or 50 questions on in one setting, 50 questions in other setting, but alternately supplementing that with full length test. So the day you are writing a sectional test for your weak areas, the next day you should be attempting a full length test. So just to have that confidence, because we do have this fear of missing out, that I have not done that and I have not done that. Don't get into that feeling. just identify your strong areas and usme just revise your statics and give full length test and you'll be able to do good. For the areas which you feel that might be a weak areas, go for one sectional test because that would give you a confidence that at least I've done this.
There is one thing I would like to add here, and it will lead you to insanity, but that has helped me. And one of the topper, I'm not able to remember her name. I think 2013 batch. She wrote a book and she gave one very good concept. Whatever you have read in the whole day, when you are on bed, try to revise it, whatever you have read, and that has worked for me. Although you will not be able to sleep well, but at least you will be able to touch the major area in that side. So if you can do it, suppose today you have finished your geography, Indian monsoon, or some crops, and while sleeping, if you are able to recall all such things, so that might work. And there was a question from Jahid. Jahid, are you there? I think he has left.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
I hope I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Sir, could you please highlight the exact strategy for attempting the question in different sets? Like sometimes while attempting the mocks and the papers also, I often carried away by attempting more number of questions like which I have a doubt in some two or three options.
Yeah, I have like I cannot.
Sir,
Uh,
should I?
yes, please, please, Shelly, please.
Yes. Uh, yes. Like starting, you just flip through the question. Just open your booklet. Start with the first question, and उसमें what will you do is कि go through the questions, and even if you are able to eliminate one option, eliminate it there, circle it that you'll attempt this question later. If the second question you know it, and if you have this gut feeling वो almost सबकी सेम ही रहती है कि हाँ ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर यही रहेगा तो उसको मार्क करो. और उसके बाद फर्स्ट रीडिंग में क्या होना चाहिए, fill in the OMR the questions you are sure of. That would be around 40 to 45 questions. But in the first reading itself, you should be eliminating the options also. Because at the end of the day, you're reading the paper, paper तो पढ़ ही रहे हो, question पढ़ ही रहे हो. तो उसमें क्या करो, eliminate the options. One option if you are able to eliminate, two options if you are able to eliminate, just eliminate them. And if after elimination you are able to reach to the right answer, mark that as the question that done and mark it in your OMR. So go through the paper like this. And in the first attempt itself, first iteration itself, you should be identifying the questions that you will be not looking back. कि ये question तो करना ही नहीं है, touch ही नहीं करना है. क्योंकि because at the end of the day क्या होता है कि we do have this urge कि यार कर लेते हैं, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, एक question ही तो है. But वो questions you need to identify the question you will not be attempting. For me, it was like, if it's a very factual question about history, like there was a question with respect to the ports, that what is this, I do not exactly remember the question, but with respect to the history questions which are very factual, I knew that I would not be attempting it. And in these factual questions there is one thing, that they are only ABCD, there are no combination of options, so would not be able to eliminate it. So mark those questions. For me, those were the questions I knew that I would not be attempting. I would not even be looking back to those questions. So I used to just cut the whole question by a black pen कि ये तो जाना ही नहीं है, पढ़ना भी नहीं है दोबारा से. तो ऐसे क्या रहेगा that you will at the end of the day would be cutting 5 to 6 questions which you will be not going through, and you will be attempting almost 40 questions. So on an average, you are done with 50 questions in your first iteration. So 1 hour 15 minutes you'll be taking, or 1 hour 10 minutes, ऐसे करके almost. So that is fine. That is a good range of time also. So in almost 70 minutes, you are able to go through 50 questions, which you have done. 5 you have identified that you will not be attempting, and rest you have identified that you have attempted those questions. In the second iteration, go for specifically the questions where you have been able to eliminate two options. Because that would give a boost that I've been able to attempt eliminate two options. So I by a very fair understanding, you'll be able to mark the answer. And the thing is, when you have already read that question once, during the process of time in that 1 hour, you will be able to recall something or the other thing. When क्योंकि पॉलिटी में ये चीज बहुत होती है that when you attempt one question, उसके बाद 10 question के बाद you will attempt other question. Some of the things you will recall, you will recollect. So at the end of the day, you will be able to attempt one other question due to that recollecting of knowledge. So in second round, go for specifically the questions where you will be able to eliminate at least two options. So in that case, you'll be able to do 20 to 25 questions again. And in the third round, I would say that would be a very calculated guess also, and also your gut feeling, your own intuition will speak to you. So that's how you need to attempt the paper. This inertia of attempting more questions, you need to control in the first iteration itself. Because I know in my first iteration, I knew my optimum number was 52. I cannot cross 52 or 50, more than 50 in my first iteration. If for me, the benchmark was if I'm doing that, if I'm crossing 52, 53, that means I'm being complacent. I'm not reading the question paper correctly. This may also be the case कि paper easy भी हो सकता है, but also in the easy question you need to hold your nerves, because easy paper maybe tend to mark easy questions wrong. Tough questions may you take a calculated guess, you'll be able to reach to the answer. That would be a good thing. But in easy questions, you jump to the answer. तो वहां पे भी complacent नहीं होना है. Even if the paper is easy or paper is hard, just have your sweet spot. If I'm going above this, that means I'm being complacent in attempting my paper. In second iteration, go for 25, or in the second iteration, if you have a range after the second iteration, if you are able to complete 75 to 80 questions, that means you are doing good. And in the third iteration, in the next 10 questions. So you need to control that urge. And the thing is that can only happen when you give mocks, because in the mocks you will find some of the full lengths will be very easy. So in those easy mocks also, you need to practice the same approach. Like I was telling ki अब की बार के पेपर में I had my paper starting with polity, and polity is one of my strongest areas, so I was able to attempt most of the questions. So I was very confident that yes, the paper is good, very easy, I'll be able to do it. But वो inertia down हो गया when I reached 50 questions. Then that's when I felt the uh, paper level that it's not that easy as you expected it to be. So having a not going into a sine wave up and down, having a very neutral approach to every question would help you. So am I making any sense? Like, are you able to understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what I
She's
would
not
say.
ma'am. She's not ma'am.
I'm
She's
Shelly.
still Shelly. And of course, after this year result, she will be ma'am for all of
नहीं
you,
सर,
but
I
not
think
for
मैं
me.
हूँ
एंड यार थोड़ी सी और बातें करते हैं. रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर रहा हूँ. एंड दोज हु डोंट अटेंड द होल सेशन, दे मिस लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स.
So अभी कुछ क्लियर हुई चीजें, या